Right now at 6, the state plans to financially support updates at Alliant Energy Center in order to attract more business to Dane County.
And an investigation is underway in Rock County over stipends given to top administrators in the Milton School District.
Plus, kidnapping victim Elizabeth Smart coming to northern Wisconsin. How she hopes to help the people impacted by the Jamie Kloss abduction.
From the Channel3000.com Alert Center, this is News 3 Now at 6.
In order to bring new businesses to Dane County, the governor is proposing to use $30 million to improve the Alliant Energy Center.
Rose Schmidt explains the scope and timeline of this planned expansion.
Right, well, the project would cost up to $90 million and would convert the Alliant Energy Center's exhibition hall into a full-service convention center. It's expected to take many years to complete. Governor Evers announced today that his capital budget proposal will include $30 million for the project. He says the expansion is necessary because prospective companies are opting to go to other venues, and Wisconsin is losing out on business. The Alliant Energy Center is host to a variety of events, including the Dane County Fair and the World Dairy Expo, and organizers are excited to see the end result.
It's one that we think has some real opportunities for improvement for our attendees and our exhibitors at World Dairy Expo, and specifically the exhibition hall expansion by circa 50% over its current square footage.
The World Dairy Expo's general manager says there will likely be challenges with the construction, parking, and the timing of that project, but he says organizers will have to work around any problems that do come up. Evers says the project is expected to create more than 600 new jobs and generate $25 million in income tax over the next 20 years, so quite a lot.
Rose, thank you.
We just have to tough it out. A few more days, but at least the sun is accompanying our cold weather. Here's Dana Fulton. Dana?
The sky's not too bad. It is just cold outside for us. And of course, our wind chills have been quite cold. Only 2 more weeks until spring. Our official countdown slowly getting just a little closer for us. Now, today we hit a high of 23, starting the day at about 2. Another cold day for us. We're currently sitting at 21 in Madison. Wind chills about 11 with that breeze coming from the west-southwest at 8 miles per hour. And that's in Madison, about 15 miles per hour, though, Mineral Point, and 12 in Janesville. So you will notice that breeze tonight. Now, our wind chills are going to stay above 0 for a little longer, but we will start the day with our wind chills anywhere from 0 to -10. Yet again, no threat for any flurries for us tonight, but we do have the chance, especially south of Madison, to see some flurries tomorrow. We'll take a closer look at what's ahead for your Thursday, plus our next big system coming through this weekend in just a few minutes.
Dana, thank you. Some people are questioning stipends given to top administrators in the Milton School District. Our Adam Duxter shares the efforts one man is taking to bring attention to that situation. Adam?
Well, Eric, the school district of Milton is currently looking into these stipends, and while the district nor its attorney want to comment on the investigation while it's ongoing, one local businessman says he doesn't want this all to go unnoticed.
To the citizens of the Milton School District, as an introduction, I ask you to take the time to read this document I have prepared.
It reads like an open letter. The nearly half-page ad in the Janesville Gazette criticizing some of the Milton School District's top decision makers. It's something Chuck Jackson says he's been working on for weeks.
If I had to guess, I'd say I put 40 to 50 hours of effort into this.
The ad is, in Jackson's words, a call for clarity and honesty.
There's a high level of non-disclosure, secrecy, if you want to use that word, which is probably correct.
In February, members of the Milton School Board say they first became aware of special stipends given to some of the district's top members. Superintendent Tim Scheiger, Director of Administrative Operations Jerry Schutz, and IT support employee Michael Gouvion, totaling about $30,000. Jackson says that's the reason he's writing.
Which is what happened with these stipend payments. It was done in secret. It wasn't disclosed. It was only after it was exposed that people started to admit that these were the actions that they had.
Today I spoke on the phone with several members of the Milton School Board who declined to comment, as did the school district's attorney. Jackson says he'd like an explanation.
There was an admittance that we did something wrong, but there was an attitude of it's okay. And from my perspective, they did things that are wrong, and it's not okay.
And that seeing his efforts written down is encouraging to him.
Makes me feel hopeful that others will join the bandwagon.
Now, we've been told that these stipends were monetary and given in a lump sum signed off on by the school board president, not the entire board itself. An investigation into them will determine whether or not they violated state laws or the board policy. And the findings are expected to be shared tomorrow night at a closed-door school board meeting.
Adam Duxter reporting in Rock County. Adam, thank you.
Fitchburg police are looking for the man who attacked a woman in a gym parking lot last night. It happened around 8 o'clock while the woman was leaving the Princeton Club. This is the former Gold's Gym just off McKee Road. Police say when the woman opened her car door, she was pushed inside and punched multiple times by the man. When she started screaming, he ran off.
We just recommend if you're walking to your car, to your house, just be aware of your surroundings. Walk with somebody if possible, walk with a friend. Walk with a coworker. If you're unable to walk with somebody, just pick up your cell phone and call somebody as you're walking from point A to point B.
Anyone with information is asked to call Fitchburg Police or Madison Area Crime Stoppers. You can find both of those phone numbers on our website, channel3000.com. This man is accused of groping a woman inside a bookstore. A woman called police on 46-year-old Jeffrey Klingbeil yesterday afternoon. The woman told police he touched her from behind at Half Price Books on Whitney Way. An employee followed him out of the store and was able to get his license plate number.
A Sauk County board member facing 5 felony counts of child pornography possession has resigned his county board seat on the same day as his initial court appearance. William Wenzel was charged last week with 5 felony counts. Wenzel was granted a $5,000 bond today, ordered not to have any contact with minors. He can only use a computer for work or to communicate with his attorney. He'll be back in court April 17th. He had served on the Sauk County board since 1997.
Kidnapping victim Elizabeth Smart plans to speak in northern Wisconsin next week to help the Barron community following the Jamie Kloss case. Smart was 14 when she was kidnapped from her Salt Lake City home in 2002. She plans to talk about her experience and moving forward at the Barron Area Community Center on March 15th. Prosecutors say Jamie was kidnapped in October and held against her will after Jake Patterson shot her parents. Smart has also weighed in on the abduction of Jamie Kloss. She told the Associated Press in January that Jamie will struggle to regain a sense of normalcy. Prosecutors say Jamie was kidnapped in October and the 13-year-old was missing for nearly 3 months after being held against her will at a cabin in Douglas County. She was able to escape and run for help earlier this year.
People are gathering right now to remember the teen killed during a police shooting that led to months of protests in Madison. Tony Robinson was fatally shot inside a home on Williamson Street 4 years ago today. The police department and district attorney both determined Officer Matt Kenny followed protocol when he fired his weapon. He did not face criminal charges. The 12-year veteran was reassigned off patrol duty after that incident. 2 years later, Robinson's family settled a wrongful death lawsuit with the city for more than $3 million, the largest settlement of its kind in state history. We'll have more from tonight's ceremony and march on News 3 Now at 10. A troubled apartment building on Madison's west side that houses formerly homeless families is getting some help with security. The Common Council approved $145,000 for the development overnight. That money will be used to staff the 45-unit building at all times by at least one person who is trained in trauma-informed practices and conflict de-escalation. Police have been called to the complex hundreds of times since it opened last summer for gunshots, fights, and other disturbances. The extra worker will help support security staff already working there.
Investigators are looking into whether the sun and frost played a role in the pileup on a bridge in Green Bay. The crash on Leo Frigo Bridge involved more than 30 vehicles and sent 6 people to the hospital. Police say several people told investigators the sun was blinding as they crested the bridge. The school district of Beloit has a new superintendent. The district hired Dr. Stanley Monroe. He will start on July 1st of this year. He replaces Dr. Orlando Ramos, who resigned from the position after being put on administrative leave. Drivers on Madison's east side are hoping for a change.
But the back and forth between the city and county continues when it comes to who is responsible for fixing Buckeye and Cottage Grove roads. That story next at 6. The fight over who maintains some roads on Madison's Far East Side continues.
Those hoping to see Buckeye and Cottage Grove roads fixed may need to wait a little longer. Chris Lewinberg reports.
Dane County and the city of Madison have both budgeted money for the reconstruction of Cottage Grove and Buckeye roads. But now city leaders are expressing doubt that these potholes are going to get fixed anytime soon.
Living on Buckeye Road, Amy Christensen has started to notice some trends.
The traffic that comes through here, they're just driving really fast, a lot faster than they should be. Just trying to get in and out of the driveway it's crazy.
And she's hoping for some change.
I would like to see a stoplight or a stop sign over at the corner behind me. I think that would help alleviate a lot of the traffic in the morning and the afternoons.
But before that happens, the city and county need to agree on jurisdiction over the roads. According to the county, they've put forward 4 proposals as to how they could share responsibilities.
All we're asking basically is that the city trucks that are driving down those streets anyways drop their plows when they're driving down and plow the streets. Other than that, we're ready. We have money in the budget. We're committed to moving forward.
Madison Alder David Aaron says that the city won't accept any proposal that involves a jurisdictional transfer.
City taxpayers pay county taxes too. So we think that we should also get some of the county expenses and some of the county resources that go along with it.
Christensen isn't interested in the jurisdictional squabbling. She just wants the roads to change.
We've been talking about that long enough. I think that they should just get with it and get it done.
The city says that if the dispute isn't resolved by the end of the year, then money budgeted for the roads will roll over to next year's budget. I'm Chris Lewinberg, News 3 Now.
Both the city and county say they hope to collaborate on a solution. After what seems like an endless winter, sunflowers would be a welcome sight to us right about now. Everything you need to know about the return of sunflower days at Pope Farm Conservancy.
And just a few more days until things start to feel a little better outside. Dana will talk about our weekend warm-up next in our First Alert forecast. After a break last year, the town of Middleton is bringing back its Sunflower Days at Pope Farm Conservancy.
The event will take place between July 26th and August 4th. The amount of people visiting the sunflowers grew from an annual handful in 2007 to 90,000 people over 10 days in 2017. Due to safety concerns because of a large crowd, the Friends of Pope Farm Conservancy, a volunteer group, canceled the event last year. The town of Middleton has hired a local event firm to help host the event.
And we just really feel that this is a marquee event for the town. And we have this fabulous, marvelous natural creation that people can enjoy. So they come out here, they see these acres of sunflowers, and they come out at twilight, they have a glass of wine, and they just enjoy the creation. And that's what we want.
The town of Middleton has one motel that pays a room tax. The money from that room tax is being used to help pay for this event. And Dana, it is absolutely breathtaking. I'm excited for you to finally experience
I cannot wait. As soon as you guys announced it early on, I already texted my sister and my mom. The sunflowers, their favorite flowers. So I will definitely be there, probably more than one day.
I just miss seeing the grass. Just seeing the grass in that video.
Anything. That'd be nice
It's been a while
too.
since we've seen even the lawn.
Just a little green right now would be really good for us. Now, spring is just 2 weeks away. It's right around the corner. So we're steadily improving and making our way towards some spring-like weather. Unfortunately, Mother Nature's really taking her time as far as this transition from winter to spring goes. Now, our Doppler track is calm for us tonight. We're not looking at any sort of snowfall to move in overnight or to start off the day tomorrow. We have an area of low pressure off in the plains that's going to slide pretty far south through the plains and the Midwest, bringing rain and snow throughout Illinois and Indiana for us later on in the day tomorrow. We'll be right on the edge. We might see some flurries just south of Madison, but that's about it. This trough up to the north as it drops south. We'll see some snowfall over Michigan, but we're not expecting anything to come through with that trough for us tonight. Tomorrow we'll start off the day a little cold yet again. Our wind chills will be just below 0, but our afternoon wind chills will be in the teens. Still sounds cold, but at least it's a little bit of an improvement for us. It'll feel a little better outside. Our actual temperatures overnight falling into the single digits for us, and then we're expecting by tomorrow afternoon to be in the mid-20s. So pretty similar to today, actually. Overnight Thursday into Friday, that flurry chance comes through mainly south of Madison along the state line, and then heading into Friday, we're planning on a variably cloudy sky, temperatures in the mid-30s for our afternoon highs, steadily becoming a little better before our next big system comes through for this weekend. And that's what we're really keeping an eye on with timing for Saturday and Sunday, because if this rainfall starts a little earlier in the day on Saturday, we may be talking about a little mixed precipitation early in Saturday before it all transitions over to rain for us. We're expecting rain, maybe even heavy rainfall at times throughout the day on Saturday. Overnight, we transition back over to mixed precipitation and then some snowfall for us on Sunday. And that could lead to some messy driving conditions for us throughout the day on Sunday. Everything starts to leave, though, later on in the day on Sunday, shifting east and slowly clearing up for us overnight into Monday. So totals here, as far as our rain coming through, hovering just under an inch for us for much of southern Wisconsin. Still not a good thing, of course, as our storm drains have just been a concern for the last few months. But we still have a lot of snow and ice on the ground, and we're really not going to have enough time before Saturday to clear out that snow and ice before the rainfall comes through. We do warm up a little bit on Friday, but we could use just a little more time to help clear things out. By Sunday afternoon, our snowfall totals kind of hovering between 1 to 2 inches. Not expecting a lot of snow to come through, but that transition could lead to some ice and then snow on top of it. And that'll make things a little messier on the sidewalks and the roadways. So we do have alert days in the forecast for Saturday and Sunday. As that rain develops and comes on through, it could be very heavy at times. And of course, isolated flooding is still a concern for us on Saturday. And then on Sunday, the main concern will be our roadways and any sort of travel that you may have planned on the days on Sunday. Overnight will fall to about 4. Our wind speed staying anywhere from 8 to 15 miles per hour. So it is going to be just a little breezy outside and still cold to start off the day. But tomorrow afternoon, another day where we'll be in the mid-20s for afternoon highs with a partly sunny sky. Mid-20s for Thursday with that chance for light snow coming through later on in the day, mainly south of Madison. For Friday, we'll be in the mid-30s for our afternoon highs. Alert days for Saturday and Sunday, of course, as that system comes through for us. And then heading into next week, it does look like our temperatures will stabilize just a little bit. We're not really expecting any more major drops, although Monday and Tuesday will still be just slightly below average. That's a quick look at your forecast.
They're not just one of the best girls' high school basketball teams in the state, they're one of the best in the country. We'll visit Beaver Dam in sports. The Badger women's basketball team kept its season going today with a first-round win at the Big Ten tournament in Indianapolis. Jonathan Sippis' team was the 13th seed, Penn State the 12th. Badgers almost blew a 12-point lead in the second half, but freshman Imani Lewis played like a veteran. She had 17 points and 9 rebounds. This and one put Wisconsin up 7. Then time for some senior leadership by Marcia Howard, who had an even bigger day. 15 points, 14 rebounds for Howard, who played almost 39 of the 40 minutes today. Final score, Wisconsin 65, Penn State 57. Lewis said they all wanted this win for the Badger seniors.
So I said, we're going to bring it home. So I told them that I'm going to come out and give everything I had because you never know what could happen in the midst of anything. So I said, you know, we're going to stay the course. Whatever happens, we're all going to stay together and keep fighting and competing. And the main thing is to never give up. It's win or go home. So I don't want to go home. More so, I don't want to go back to school.
I hear you. 65-57 Wisconsin. Now 14-17 of the season. They'll face the 5th seed, Ohio State, in the second round tomorrow. That one will tip at approximately 1:30 Madison time in Indianapolis. The Badger men's basketball team has a big game tomorrow night at 6 at the Kohl Center against Iowa. It'll be seniors night. Charles Thomas, Khalil Iverson, and Ethan Happ will play their last home game. They'll be honored before the game. Happ has over 2,000 points, 1,000 rebounds, and 400 assists in his Badger career. Those are similar numbers to Oscar Robertson and Larry Bird in college. Happ has enjoyed his 5 years at Wisconsin.
Just having the knowledge that I spent, a long time here in Madison and a lot of games on this court, and there's a lot of games that we wish we could have won that we left out there, but, I had such a good time throughout all of it, and I can't really say that I have too many regrets. I'm going to miss it, obviously, but I can say that I had a full, complete career here, and I'm proud of everything that me and my teammates have done.
Tomorrow, the WIA State Girls Basketball Tournament begins at the Resch Center in Green Bay. It could be a historic week. The Beaver Dam Golden Beavers could join some elite company. They're trying to become only the 5th team to win 3 straight state championships. Beaver Dam is ranked 10th in the country. They appreciate how difficult it is to accomplish what they've accomplished.
It's been unreal because, you know, so many teams get knocked off so quickly. To the fact we've made it to state the past 3 years and won it twice is something some people only dream of.
Just their mentality of we have to get work done, let's get it done, and then just their family effort that they really feel that they're part of a family and they'll do anything for each other.
I think the community support is a huge aspect of, you know, our success and stuff. They're always behind us.
The Brewers play the Arizona Diamondbacks this afternoon. Eric Thames hit the daylights out of this one. A long homer over everything and right. Final score, Brewers 5, Diamondbacks 4. The home opener is 3 weeks from tomorrow. Remember this controversial play in the NFC Championship game when Rams cornerback hit the Saints receiver well before the ball and no pass interference was called? Well, at the Mardi Gras parade in New Orleans, they had a float with a blindfolded referee saying the Saints were robbed of getting to the Super Bowl by that call. It's like that's out of Animal House or something. I guess sometime you have to move on, but not quite yet.
Not yet.
I think I saw a few people in the crowd throwing flags, too, at the ref there.
They're throwing a lot of stuff in that crowd, I'll tell you that.
I'll bet. All right, Dana, final check.
So we're looking at another cold night for us, but temperatures over the next few days, again, just steadily getting a little better in the mid-20s for Thursday with a slight chance for some snow overnight into Friday, mainly south of Madison. Now, Friday, we'll see highs in the middle 30s with some sun, a variably cloudy sky. And Saturday and Sunday, those are our next alert days. We have rain coming through on Saturday. It'll slowly transition to snow early Sunday morning, and that could really make our roads messy throughout the day on Sunday. We're looking at the potential for a little bit of ice before that snowfall comes through later in the day.
Dana, thank you. Thanks for joining us for News 3 Now at 6.
Enjoy your evening, and we'll see you back here at 10.